friends, Shelley here, the Youth and Family Program Coordinator, and I'm here today to share with you our daily Bible reading from our Taking Faith Home Toolkit that we've been using as an entire congregation to learn and grow and practice our faith together each and every day. I'm so glad that you're here with us today and that you're taking this time to grow and develop in your faith. If you have a Bible nearby, you can go ahead and grab it and follow along with me as I read. Otherwise, of course, you can always just listen as well. As a reminder, our focus for this week is Jesus shepherds us so we can shepherd others. And for Wednesday, we are reading Ezekiel chapter 34, verses 11 through 31. For this is what the sovereign Lord says: I myself will search for my sheep and look after them. As a shepherd looks after his scattered flock when he is with them, so I will look after my sheep. I will rescue them from all the places where they were scattered on a day of clouds and darkness. I will bring them out from the nations and gather them from the countries, and I will bring them into their own land. I will pasture them on the mountains of Israel, in the ravines, and in the settlements in the land. I will tend them in good pasture, and the mountain heights of Israel will be their grazing land. There they will lie down in good grazing land, and there they will feed in a rich pasture on the mountains of Israel. I myself will tend my sheep and have them lie down, declares the sovereign Lord. I will search for the lost and bring back the strays. I will bind up the injured and strengthen the weak. But the sleek and the strong I will destroy. I will shepherd the flock with justice. As for you, my flock, this is what the sovereign Lord says: I will judge between one sheep and another, and between rams and goats. It is not enough for you to feed on the good pasture. Must you also trample the rest of your pasture with your feet? It is not enough for you to drink clear water. Must you also muddy the rest with your feet? Must my flock feed on what you have trampled and drink what you have muddied with your feet? Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says to them: See, I myself will judge between the fat sheep and the lean sheep. Because you shove with flank and shoulder, butting all the weak sheep with your horns until you have driven them away. I will save my flock, and they will no longer be plundered. I will judge between one sheep and another. I will place over them one shepherd, my servant David, and he will tend them. He will tend them and be their shepherd. I, the Lord, will be their God, and my servant David will be prince among them. I, the Lord, have spoken. I will make a covenant of peace with them and rid the land of wild beasts, so that they may live in the desert and sleep in the forest in safety. I will bless them and the places surrounding my hill. I will send down showers in season. There will be showers of blessing. The trees of the field will yield their fruit, and the ground will yield its crops. The people will be secure in their land. They will know that I am the Lord when I break the bars of their yoke and rescue them from the hands of those who enslaved them. They will no longer be plundered by the nations, nor will wild animals devour them. They will live in safety, and no one will make them afraid. I will provide for them a land renowned for its crops, and they will no longer be victim of famine in the land of Bear, the scorn of the nations. Then they will know that I, the Lord their God, am with them, and that they, the house of Israel, are my people, declares the sovereign Lord. You, my sheep, the sheep of my pasture, are people, and I am your God, declares the sovereign Lord. So what stood out to you in this Bible reading from today? I think what I heard most in there is that God continued to say, I will search for my sheep. He will always be looking for us. God will never give up on us, even when we may wander away. And I think maybe it was last week or the week before we talked about, having struggles and uncertainty around the foundation of our faith. And so those moments will happen to all of us, but even in those moments, God, the shepherd, will still come looking for us and try to bring us back in and help us find that foundation that we need to be comfortable. So why don't you take a little bit of time today on our reflection question, which is, when have you felt a little lost? And how did God find you? Those would be great questions that you could spend a little time with talking with a friend or a family member, maybe a neighbor, somebody from school. Spend some time talking about that. And of course, if you don't have anybody right now, you can always journal about it or pray. Or another great way is you could post something here on the video as a comment, and we could start a conversation online. You could also share this video with somebody and help them join in our conversation together. And then another thing that you could do if you want to make this an activity that is sort of something you do and you can physically experience, is you could play hide and seek. This would be a great thing to do as a family, especially with young kids. You could play hide and seek. And then as you find people, you can talk about God's way of finding us with love, with the love that God shares. So that would be a fun activity too to try maybe as a family or a small group of friends. So, well, why don't we go ahead and close in today with a short prayer. Seeking God, thank you for never giving up on us. Help us find our way back to you each day. Amen. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you all again very soon.